What's up, guys? We are back and we are ready to go for our third game of week 2 of the 2026 UFL season. Oh boy. We've got ourselves another game on our hands, and this one could either be a nail-biter, it could be one-sided, could be defensive dominance, who knows. But today, on our third game of 4 for this week 2 slate, as I got to clear the camera a little bit, we have the Birmingham Stallions going on the road once again. They beat the Louisville Kings in week 1 during the opener. They remain on the road. They this time travel to Houston to take on the Gamblers, who last week in the Battle of Texas between the Gamblers and the Renegades, they got their butts kicked to the curb. Gamblers lost in embarrassing fashion to the Dallas Renegades last week. So Birmingham currently 1-0, Gamblers 0-1. Question simply becomes this: can Birmingham remain unbeaten as they have to beat another team on the road? Or will Houston pull off the upset and keep the Stallions in check? We will soon find out. Once again, I've got the rosters pulled up here. I come prepared for each of these streams now, have each lineup on the official UFL website. So, Matt Corral at quarterback for Birmingham. And as for who's quarterback for Houston, well, I don't know, because I didn't watch the week 1 highlights between the Gamblers and the Renegades, so I have no idea. Dang, dude, why that got out of full screen and everything, I will never understand. Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and get this game underway, folks. It's the Stallions versus the Gamblers. Houston will start with the football first. All right, so let's get to it. And away we go from Houston. Here is the return by the Gamblers. Past the 20-yard line down to the 26. And here we go. Hunter Deckers at quarterback for Houston. Here he comes. So Hunter Decker last week against Dallas entered the game with 5:22 left in the first quarter, had 19 completions for 255 yards and a rushing score. First down from the 26. First play of this game for the Gamblers is a handoff that only goes for 3 yards. Getting the carry there is Jalen White for a gain of 3. Second down at 7. Deckers. Pass is caught, first down. Down about the 40-yard line. John Trey Kirkland with the catch. First down, Gamblers. Led the team last week in receptions with 4 of them for 60 yards. First down, Gamblers. They are at their own 43-yard line. Keep in mind, Birmingham is a 7.5-point road favorite. The over-under is 43.5. Handoff. Right up the middle, down to the 49-yard line. Kirk Merritt gets his first carry for 6. Second down. Second down and 5 for the Gamblers. Toss on the left side. Trying to get the first down. It was a reverse to Lawrence Keys III, and he might be just shy of first down yardage. Nope, never mind. He got it. First down. They are now at the Birmingham 47. Another handoff on the left side, down to the 40-yard line. Marcus Yarns with his first carry. He'll pick up 6, brings up second and 4. Oh, don't open YouTube Music. Jesus. I'm trying to pull up Discord. Second and 4. Toss from Deckers. He's close to the first down. That is Lawrence Keys again. It's going to depend on the spot. He's just short. Third and 1. Handoff up the middle. He will get the first down. Kirk Merritt picks up the first down for Houston. Now from the 36. Deckers. Out to his right. Flag is down. Pass is caught. Still going down to the 21. Look at this celebration that he's doing be in vain. Justin Hall with the catch for the moment. Let's see the penalty. It's on the Stallions. It's declined. First down, Gamblers. Handoff. And White will get just about 3 yards. Brings up second down. Currently approaching 5 minutes on this drive. Second down and 7 from the 18-yard line. Give to White. That is Marcus Yarns. Short by about 2 yards. Third down. Handoff on third down and 2. And that is Marcus Yarns for a first and goal. First and goal. Yarns. Spin move. Ball is out. Recovered by the Stallions. And Birmingham gets a red zone turnover. After all that momentum on the opening drive, Yarns fumbles it. It gets punched out. And the Stallions get an opening drive turnover on the Gamblers. Boy, that's got to hurt. You build up all that momentum on the opening drive just to give it to the opposing team anyway. Dang. Brutal blow for the Gamblers right out of the gate, turning it over to Birmingham. Just admitting myself while eating some chips here as a snack. Again, I'm professional to have the mic unmuted while eating, so that's why I'm just... Apologize for the dead air, but rather that than have you guys hear me eating. So, just in case anyone's wondering why there's dead air. Well, my dang glasses can never be even when it comes to these live streams. I think I've got them at the right angle, and then, crooked as all hell. So anyways, Birmingham right out of the gate gets a turnover on the opening drive for Houston. To think they had all the momentum. They were in the red zone at one point, and then, fumble. Punched out. Birmingham recovers. One play can turn your momentum around in a snap. They're showing us shots of the Houston Gamblers this past. Jim Kelly, quarterback of the Gamblers in 84 and 85. All right, but right now it is a first down for the Stallions. All right, first down for Birmingham as they take over from their own 6-yard line. Nothing. Boy, that did not end well for them. So Matt Corral, last week against Louisville, 70% completion percentage, 207 passing yards, and threw a go-ahead passing touchdown with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter to win it. Loss of 1 on the first down play. Second down and 11. They will try another handoff, and they'll only be able to get to the 8-yard line. Brings up third down for Birmingham. McFarland with the carry. Should be third down and about 8. They get third and 7 from the 9-yard line. Corral throws over the middle, caught for the first down. Mickens with the catch, first down, Birmingham. So, Mickens moves the chains for the Stallions. Jaden Mickens. They are now at the 25-yard line. Corral, quick throw. McFarland, room to run. First down at the 37. Anthony McFarland with his first passing play. Makes the reception for the first down. And an offensive lineman for Birmingham is heading to the sideline. Armani Taylor Priolau, number 73. The tackle out of South Carolina State. First down from the 37 for Birmingham. Corral. Pressure coming. Corral in trouble. Going to run for it. Flag is down as he picks up 8. So let's see what the penalty's going to be here. It is going to be a hold on the Gamblers. A 5-yard penalty gets added to the run. First down, Birmingham. .702 left in this first quarter and counting. Penalty puts the ball at midfield for Birmingham. Handoff on first down. Right up the middle for a gain of 5. Goes Snoop Connor. Second down coming up. Turned out it was only a gain of 4 by Connor. Second down at 6. Corral fakes the handoff to Connor. Now throws to his left. Somehow caught! Jawbreak Barber with an insane catch that looked like it might have been batted down. First down for the Stallions. I need to see this again. How did he get it to Barber? Oh! Defender covering him just missed the pass breakup. Football now at the 26-yard line of the Gamblers. Quick throw from Corral. Pass is caught. And getting to the 20-yard line, it is Barber again. Picks up 6 on the reception, second and 4. Current drive for Birmingham over 4 minutes long. This will be the 9th play of the drive. They've split rushing and passing plays, 4 of each in this drive. Second and 4 from the 20. Give to Connor. Can't quite get there, only a gain of about 1. And that will now bring up a third down for the Stallions. It'll be 3rd and 3. Everybody's having a safe and happy Easter right now. No family over. Just the 4 of us here in our home, just chilling, enjoying the day off until we've got to return to our normal daily grind tomorrow. Second and 3. Toss to Connor. Room to run. Snoop Connor will not quite pick it up. That close by a yard. He's short. 4th down. It looked like at first he was going to pick it up. Oh, he got tripped up by his own man. That's why he couldn't pick it up. Now, what does Birmingham elect to do here on this 4th down? They're past the 50-yard line, so the punt is not an option. And rather than go over the field goal, they are going to risk it here. 4th and 1 from the 17-yard line. High snap for Corral. Incomplete! Wow, off the hands of the intended receiver. And that is going to be a turnover on downs as the Stallions will be forced to give it back to the Gamblers. Intended receiver there. Who is number 13? Well, I don't know. Either way. Pass was bobbled off of the hands of the intended receiver. It's a turnover on downs, and the Gamblers are going to get it back. But anyways, we're on a break. Again, hope everybody is having a safe and happy Easter. Like I said, we don't have a family over. We're just hanging out, each of us at our home, just enjoying the day off, and we'll be back at it on a normal lifestyle tomorrow. Good thing for me is that I'm only going to be attending one of my 2 classes for the entirety of this week, and it's only on Monday and Wednesday, so I'll leave it at that. But you'll excuse me, I'm going to try to finish up these chips as quick as I can. Okay, I clearly got to stop doing that, man. I'll save that for halftime. Jesus Christ. Anyways. All right, sir. The way we spent it wasn't too much going on. Me being a Catholic, of course, we went to church to start off the day. That was a fun mass. I actually had a positive mental attitude going into this mass because it was a great day. If you're a Catholic, you know about the occurrences of the Easter holiday and the reason we celebrate it, and we have a good time. I won't go into details about that for any of you that don't celebrate any religion, but I'll just leave it at that. It was a fun mass, had a good time, and then after that mass, we ground some snacks for ourselves, and then we just headed on straight home, and then I gave my sister a driving lesson. And then after that, I was setting up the stream, getting everything ready for today. So it's just been how my day's been going. Shout out Cowboys Crusader TTC, welcome into the chat. Good to see you, fellow Cowboy fan, and I see you are a Renegade fan as well. I will be going live for that game this coming Tuesday night, so any fellow Renegades fans like myself, stay tuned, because we will be live for that one. All right, but here we go. First down for Houston after the turnover on downs from their own 17-yard line. Deckers is going to run for it, evading a sack, and then gets down for a gain of 6. Long live the Renegades. Hey, represent. I see you in the chat. Welcome in. Doing this streaming thing now for over 4 years, and we're about to enter year 5 next NFL season. 2nd and 4. Toss to White. White spin moves for the first down, and he made 3 straight spin moves to pick that up. First down for the Gamblers. Woo-wee. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. First down for Houston from their own 29-yard line. Deckers. He's going deep with this, and it's overthrown. And there's a flag down. Jalen Moreno Cropper, the intended receiver, in double coverage. A flag gets thrown, and it's going to be pass interference on Birmingham. Ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. That is a first down for the Gamblers. Brutal blow for the Stallions defense. All right, first down for the Gamblers. Deckers. Is that intercepted? No, it's not. Officials say incomplete. Boy, the way the camera angle zoomed in on that defensive player, I thought that was intercepted. Officials rule it incomplete. Cook, the defender that almost came away with an interception for the Stallions. Let's take a look at the replay here, make sure it is an interception. Oh, looks like it bounced off the ground, so it is incomplete. Second down for the 48. Deckers. Pressure coming. Overthrows his receiver. Jalen White was the intended target, and Deckers just overthrew him. No chance for him to grab that ball. All of a sudden, it's now 3rd and long for Houston. 1:40 remaining in the first quarter. 3rd down for Houston. From the 48. Deckers with time. Throws to his right. Off the hands of the intended target. Incomplete. Boy, 2 straight times Hunter Deckers has had some bad throws. And the Gamblers initially started out with momentum, and now it got halted around midfield. They're going to have to punt this. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, yeah, you're right. These two teams have been around for a while. I can agree to think that this is kind of the Bears-Packers matchup of the UFL. Yeah, I agree with you there. Here's the punt that goes into the end zone for a touchback. All right, so there'll only be one game remaining after today, and it'll be the Battlehawks taking on the Renegades this coming Tuesday night. I have to borrow my buddy Snark's account just so I can see, because it is on FS1 and I don't have access to that channel. I had to renew my NFL Plus subscription just to see this particular game because it's on NFL Network, for crying out loud. This is the first time a UFL game is currently airing on that network. Like, what the heck? We were perfectly fine with having Fox and ESPN for our UFL games, but now they're branching out. FS1, I understand. It's technically considered Fox Sports. I don't have any problems with that. But the NFL Network? Seriously? I don't know. First down for the Stallions. Corral throws. Pass is caught down to the 32-yard line. All right, as for who made the catch, it is Chenault Jr., LaVisca Chenault Jr. for the catch. Gain of 7, 2nd and 3 from the 32. And that play will happen when we start the second quarter, because the first one is over. After one quarter, we are scoreless. Yeah, here's hoping that changes. Second quarter starts in just a moment, and I will be right back. God dang it, dude. They returned fast. All right, well, second quarter, and for the first time in this season, this is the first occurrence where after one quarter we've been scoreless. All right, here we go. Second quarter begins with a second 3 for the Stallions from their own 32-yard line. Corral throws to his left. It's going to be caught for the first down. Dion Kane with his first catch of the game. First down, Birmingham. Okay, first down from the 39 for the Stallions. Give up the middle and only gain a 2. Well, that didn't work too well. Matt Corral tonight has had 6 completions for 68 yards. Second down and about 7. Corral with time. Pressure coming. Pass is caught. First down at midfield. Justin Ross with the catch. Okay, so 88 is now 13. Got to remember that. Justin Ross for the first down. Change that up. From midfield, Corral takes a deep shot. It's intercepted. Back the other way for the Gamblers and out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Another turnover in this game as the Gamblers come away with the football and will take over. Boy, you rarely see that out of the Stallions. Now each team with one turnover in this game. Threw it right to him, too. All right, first down from the 41 for the Gamblers as they take over after the turnover. Decker's quick throw, overthrown. That's become a recurring trend for Deckers. He just keeps overthrowing his receivers, and his passes just sail incomplete. Sooner or later, somebody's going to score surely. Second down at 10. Give on the left side. Breaking tackles down to the 47-yard line. Jalen White with the carry. Third down at 4 coming up for the Gamblers. Gamblers going quick. Third and 4. Deckers with time. Pass is caught. Diving for the first down. Justin Hall. First down, Houston. Let out a cough there. My bad. All right, first down now from the Birmingham 48. Up the middle, handoff to White, nothing. Wrapped up by the Stallions on that one. Literally nowhere to go. 2nd and 9. Flag is down. Deckers throws. It'll be caught for a gain of 6 down to the 41-yard line. But what is the penalty here? It was offside on Birmingham. So it's a 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. It will remain 2nd down, but it'll become more doable. I believe it's a 2nd and 2 now. No, 2nd and 3. From the 41-yard line of the Stallions. Handoff on 2nd down, and he's going to get it. 1st down from the 35. Marcus Yarns moves the chains for the Gamblers. Coming up on 10 minutes left to go in this first half. Now from the Birmingham 35. Deckers. All kinds of time. Throws to a wide open receiver but gets tackled immediately. Jalen White with the catch, but it's a short pickup, only about 2. Brings up 2nd down. Gain of 3 by Jalen White. 2nd and 7 for the Gamblers coming up. From the 32-yard line. Deckers fakes the handoff, runs it himself, and slides at the line for a 1st down. What a run. Hunter Deckers fooled everybody. They made him think he was going to hand off to Jalen White, and then he kept it himself and took off. Got just enough for a 1st down as he slid. Now from the 24. This time they will hand off to White. And he'll get down to about the 21-yard line, a pickup of 3. Second down at 7. Another handoff up the middle. He's got a 1st down inside the 10. Jalen White again. 1st and goal for Houston. This is looking all too familiar because this is what happened on the opening drive. They cannot get overconfident yet. 1st and goal for Houston from the 9. And they whistle the play dead. Movement before the snap. Either that or they didn't get the playoff in time, and it was movement. False start on the Gamblers will move them back 5. They'll be at the 14-yard line. 1st and goal. Well, that piece of rotisserie chicken might hit the mic there. But anyways. 1st and goal from the 15. Give to White, wrapped up. The Stallions will push him back. right, 2nd and goal. They're at the 17. Deckers directing traffic, pressure coming. Deckers just throws it away out of bounds. Pressure just kept on coming and just had to get rid of it. Teammates were more than likely well covered there. 3rd and goal with 7 minutes left in the half. Third and goal for the Gamblers. Deckers throws. Caught. And tackled for only a gain of 4. It will not be enough, and the defensive dominance continues as the Stallions get another stop. Cam Sutton had made the catch, but it is, of course, not enough for the touchdown. As the Gamblers bring out John Hoyland for a 32-yard field goal attempt to get our first points of the night. Good snap, good hold. Hoyland's kick is good. And the first points of the game belong to the Gamblers. Been through essentially 20 minutes of UFL football, and all we've had is one field goal. Let that be proved. That is indeed defensive dominance. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Okay, dinner complete right there. Ugh. Get that off my desk. Ugh. Jesus Christ. Ugh. Okay. That's taken care of. Here comes the kickoff to the Stallions. All right, here is the kick. Returned by the Stallions from the 5. Trying to get through the defenders and goes down to about the 29-yard line. First down from the 28. Corral's pass is incomplete. Tried to go for Justin Ross and overthrew him. Just barely missed him. Second down coming up. Handoff on second down, and oh, man. Snoop Connor denied at the line and going backwards. And all of a sudden, the Stallions now have a 3rd and long. Third and 13. Corral. Incomplete. Where was he even throwing that to? What the actual heck? That was just a horrible throw, man. What on earth was Corral thinking on that one? Can't believe I'm about to say this, but the Stallions go 3 and out for the first time in this game. They got a punt. Well, either the first time or the second time. I've already lost track. And a flag is down on the punt. Either delay a game or a false start. Whatever the case is, they go back 5. Here's the punt. Takes a bounce. Down at about the 33-yard line, and that'll be where the Gamblers will take over. Okay, here we go. Live odds update now. Birmingham a 1.5 point favorite on the road, and the total for the over/under 29.5. After the opening lines where Birmingham was a 7.5 point favorite, and the total for the over/under was 43.5. First down for the Gamblers from their own 32-yard line. Decker's pass is incomplete. And it turned out that wasn't Deckers. Now we have a new quarterback in for the Gamblers. Nolan Henderson, who was benched in the first quarter when they faced Dallas, is now out at quarterback here against the Stallions. Second down for Houston. Henderson hands off. Gain of just 3 down to the 35. It's currently third down for Houston. Dang it. See, there go my glasses again, being uneven. Third down from the 35. Henderson out to his right. Will run for the first down, and he's got it, and more at midfield, then gets hit as he's well out of bounds. Nolan Henderson took a shot. He was clearly out of bounds, and they throw the flag for this. There is laundry all over the field. An unnecessary hit by the Stallions that should be called for unnecessary roughness. No place in even the UFL for any kind of a hit like that. Absolutely ridiculous. Henderson was well out of bounds, and a Birmingham defender still lays a tackle on him. They pick it up because apparently the defender was pushed into Henderson. Oh! Okay. That replay makes sense now. See, I got all fired up there for nothing. It's still a first down for Houston, though, but man. Oh, Houston might be thinking of using the super challenge. I wouldn't do it. The replay confirms it's clear as day. Just take the first down and move on. Henderson on first down over the middle, wide open. Cam Sutton with the catch. First down for Houston. Now from the 26. Handoff on first down, a gain of 1. Marcus Yarns gets nothing but a yard on that carry. And that'll now officially take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain in this first half, folks, and it's a 3-0 ball game. Oh, boy. It's 2 minutes left, folks. I'm really hoping we get our first touchdown of the game. All right, here we go. Second down for the Gamblers coming out of the 2-minute warning. Second down and 9. Both teams with all 3 of their timeouts. Super Challenge is still intact. Second and 9. Handoff on second down to the 21-yard line. White on the carry. Third down. All right, 140 left in this game. It's or at least in this first half, it's a 3rd and 6 from the 23-yard line. Make that the 22. On 3rd down, Henderson wide open, but he gets tackled as soon as he makes the catch. White with the snag, but the defensive dominance of the Stallions ensures us that we still won't get a touchdown in this at the end of this half. God dang it, Chrome. Why are you restarting? Are they going to bring out Hoyland for another field goal? Yep, they are. More defensive dominance because we still don't have a touchdown. 37-yard field goal by Hoyland. Good snap, good hold. Hoyland's kick is good. Some more points scored, but no touchdown yet. Boy, it's just this defensive dominance continues. We've had 2 straight instances of that. Last night's game and now this one. And I'm not a fan of it. Week 1 proved to be exciting because of how much of a nail biter those were, as there was a lot of scoring going on. This time around, it's the week of defensive dominance. Ugh. Ridiculous. What could Houston consider challenging there? They showed us the replay of the field goal. I don't know what they could have challenged. Here's the kickoff to the Stallions. Touchback. The last 3 drives for the Stallions in this game. The first one was a turnover on downs. The second one was an interception. And the last drive they've had was a punt. Held to no points in this whole game so far. First down for the Stallions. Corral to his left. Making the catch there is Justin Ross. Could depend on the spot, but he should have enough for the first. No, never mind. 2nd and 1. And now they rule it enough for a first down. Well, make up your mind, people. All right. And now they rule it short. Oh, my God, they can't make up their mind. 2nd and 1. Corral throws. Now it's a first down. Lord have mercy. Dion Kane with the catch. 1 minute left, and Birmingham burns their first timeout. All right, first down for the Stallions. Corral throws, caught by Ross. Justin Ross with a big play down inside the 30 to the 29. First down from the 29. Deion Kane is open, has another first down at the 16-yard line. Second timeout was used. First down, Corral. Caught for the first down. Mickens with the snag. It's first and goal for Birmingham. Or did they just rule it incomplete? I guess as that catch stood, and it did. First and goal. And Birmingham burns their final timeout. "31 seconds left, first and goal for the Stallions. Looking to try to get on the board before the end of the half, as they will get the ball to start the second half. First and goal from the 6. And now the Gamblers use a timeout. At least it's what I think happened. Yep, it is what I thought happened. So timeout used by the Gamblers with 31 seconds left. All right, first and goal for Birmingham. "31 seconds left in the half. They are at the 6-yard line of the Gamblers. First and goal. Corral. End zone. Touchdown. We finally have a score. Jaden Mickens gets the Stallions on the board. We finally have a touchdown in this defensive dominant game. And this ball game is tied pending the PAT. All right, here is the extra point. Jonathan Garibay for the kick. And it's good. And Birmingham has their first lead of the night, leading it 7-6. Slight tensions flaring after the kick, but they are going to get de-escalated before any flags can get thrown. So corral the Mickens as Birmingham not only gets on the board, but takes the lead. More than likely, the Gamblers will just get the ball back and take a knee to clock it before the end of the half. All right, here is the kickoff, and, well, that's just short of the landing zone, so that's going to be an illegal kick. Gamblers are going to get it at the 40-yard line. I still think they're going to take a knee, though. I mean, granted, they have 2 timeouts, so maybe they want to try to do something, but even then, like, it looks like they're going to try something here. First down for Houston. Henderson throws. Nothing. Dang. Caught by Marcus Yarns, but no gain. 2nd and 10. Henderson. It is going to be caught. And they don't get the timeout off. Well. Oh, is there going to be a halftime performance here? Oh, Lord. Ludicrous! What? 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 What the heck is Ludacris doing at a Gamblers game? Who's gonna care for this? Oh my God! This is a joke. I must be seeing things. I thought we were done with the halftime performances, but no! Evidently not. And they had to bring freaking Ludacris into this. What? Is he truly a Houston fan? Is he really? Is he really? I don't see it. I just don't see it. I'm sorry if you're a Ludacris fan, but I don't see it. Like, really? Like, seriously? I don't get it, man. Just when I think it can't get any worse. I don't understand it, man. What in God's green earth is Ludacris doing at this particular stadium of all places? I will never understand why these halftime performances just find ways to keep getting worse and worse and worse. Like, at the opener, it was awful. It dragged on, but I get it. The last one that was done, I mean, it was a quicker one, but it still wasn't necessary. Now they got freaking Ludacris. Oh my god. No. The Gamblers fans are actually fired up for this. Oh, if Snark was watching this with me right now, he'd probably be thinking the same thing I am. Maybe I'm just not the biggest Ludacris fan, but I just can't get behind this. My head's not even bopping. I'm not even moving to this damn beat. Like this is just no. Why was this necessary? To the Ludacris fans out there, I'm sorry. But this is a no from me. I cannot and will not stand for these halftime performances because they are absolutely unnecessary. No reason for something like this to be happening. Thanksgiving games in the NFL, I get it. Okay, Cowboys games especially. It's meant to happen. It's a holiday. The Super Bowl, obviously, it's appropriate. It's a tradition at that point. But this? No! I can't do this! There's a reason why Snark and I have despised every single halftime performance up to this point. And if he was here right now, he'd be saying the same thing. He'd be agreeing with me because this is not necessary. Just give us the report and get on with it. You're making this drag on a lot longer than it needs to be. Like, I can't get behind this. I'll do it. I don't care. Channel's not monetized, so I can do whatever I want without risk. Act a fool? Yeah, that's what y'all are doing right now. That is what you all are doing right this very moment. Just making complete fools of yourselves for no reason. Maybe I'm hating on this guy too much, but I just don't support this. I'm not a hip hop and rap guy. That's just not who I am. You ain't gonna find me as a fan. I probably would have been better off getting on my Switch 2 and just catching up on Mario Bros. Wonder just to get to the DLC. That would have been more entertaining for me than torturing myself to this. maybe I shouldn't hate on this guy's career, but it's like you're dragging this halftime longer than it needs to be. Oh no, oh no. It's just getting worse. It's just getting worse. What the fuck do you mean, how low can you go? He's got the fucking women just going as low as they can, making the ones that can't dance look completely stupid. Oh, end my suffering already, man. I can't do this. This is torture, man. Can't do this. Oh my god, even the men are doing it! Oh my god! This is so cringe. You know, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime show was miles better than this. I would say, why the hell is she in a bunny costume in the stands that they just showed? But then again, it's Easter, so it makes sense. I'm not going to rant about that because it actually is logical. But yeah, I actually prefer Bad Bunny's halftime show over this. Sorry, that was unplanned. Uh, well, there's a little sparkle of hope. Move, bitch, get out the way is going on right now, and I actually don't mind that song. So okay, I I'm not mad at you for picking that song in particular. I guess this song's actually pretty good. I guess I can't totally hate on the guy. but still, it's still dragging on for so long. I can bob my head to this. Move, bitch. Wait, kids, get out the way. Move, bitch. Get out the way. Get out the way, bitch. Get out the way. Move, bitch. Get out the way. Get out the way, bitch. Get out the way. And we're back to the hating. At least his exit was quick. He ran out of the stage and trying to get out of the stadium. And he knew. Thank God that torture's over. Aside from one good song that was picked in that show, the rest of it was. Actually, I won't show it on camera. Because that might get the stream age restricted. Then again, I've cursed up a storm so far, so at this point, why not, right? Alright, well, second half's about to start very shortly. I'm gonna go ahead and dump my trash from my dinner. I'll be right back. Probably should have done it during the show, but whatever. All right, looks like we were ready to get the second half underway, so we continue from Houston. All right, so the Stallions will start off with the football first. Let's finally get back into it. Here we go. First down for the Stallions from their own 37. Corral hands off on the left side. Big run. Anthony McFarland to the 40-yard line of the Gamblers right out of the gates. Wow. All right, first down for the Stallions after that. Corral is right. Caught by Kane. Dion Kane out of bounds for a gain of 7. Second and 5 from the 37 of the Gamblers. Corral fakes the handoff. Pump fakes a couple times and down he goes. Should have just thrown it right then and there. Suffers a sack. It's third down for Birmingham. Third down and 6 for Birmingham. Corral. Pressure caught, but not enough. Only a gain of 2. And Birmingham's momentum in the second half gets halted. Fourth and 4. Question is, do they go for the field goal or do they just risk it? Offense is staying out there. They're going for this from the 36. And now McCarron on the sideline calling a timeout. So Stallions use their first timeout already of the half. Well, they were really not going to be ready. And they took a break. Good. They can eat the snack here. Okay. Here we go. 4th and 4 after the timeout. From the 36. Corral on 4th down. Pressure coming. Caught! First down and more. Out of bounds is Justin Ross. At the 11-yard line for the Stallions. First down. And they convert it. Hit as he threw it. He found Ross. Insanity. Now first down for the 16. Handoff. McFarland. I think Ford Progress will put him at the 11-yard line. Turned out the previous catch was to the 16-yard line, but I think now they're at the 11. Second and 6, Corral, touchdown! It's Deion Kane. Deion Kane for 12 yards gives the Stallions a 7-point lead. Now here's the extra point by Garibay. And it's good. The Stallions now lead at 14-6. So we have our second touchdown of the game scored by the Stallions. Here's the kickoff to the Gamblers. I don't know where they got it. I feel like I'm about to sneeze, though. First down for the Gamblers. Handoff up the middle. First down. around the 45. Another handoff on first down. And a gain of about 6 down to the 49-yard line of the Stallions. Wide again. Make that a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 from the 48-yard line. Back to White again. Makes an effort and gets the first down at the 44. Gamblers not out of this thing by a long shot. Handoff on first down, and White just keeps on tacking yardage. Might have picked up 5 on that last run. Gain of 4, 2nd down at 6. From the 40-yard line. Henderson out to his right. Throws, caught! Massive first down for the Gamblers. Oh boy. John Trey Kirkland with the catch. First down, Houston. From the 16. Handoff on first down, room to run. Down to the 8-yard line. Marcus Yarns on the carry, 2nd down. A gain of 8 by Yarns. Handoff on 2nd and 2. Making the effort is White, but I don't think he got there. It's going to be 3rd and a very short yard. Oh my God, it's actually starting to rain now in Houston. Third and 1. Handoff. No! Not going to get it. Cook again for the Stallions. Makes another stop. 4th down again for the Gamblers. And the Stallions defense will hold once again. That will now force the Gamblers to go for a field goal. Here is John Hoyland from 26 yards. And it's good. And it's a 5-point game with 6:22 left to go in the 3rd quarter. All right, here is the kickoff to the Stallions. Past the 30, past the 40, down to the 41-yard line. First down handoff. Down to the 50-yard line. Goes Snoop Connor. Second down and 2 coming up for the Stallions. Second and 2 from the 49. Their own 49. They didn't make it to midfield. And they won't on this play. Connor is down for a loss. Gamblers think the ball came out, but Connor was clearly down by contact. Be pointless to use the super challenge here. It's third down at 4. He's easily down by contact. Third and 4. Corral going deep. Too far. Incomplete. It's fourth down. And the Gamblers actually get themselves a stop. But my guess is Birmingham will just elect to punt this away. And Corral heading to the sideline. So yeah, more than likely Birmingham will punt it away, and Houston still has life. Yep, they will punt. It is away. Fair caught at the 9. That will be where Houston will take over. First down for the 10. Henderson keeps it. Now punt fakes. It's caught. Big play. Still going. Oh, what trickery by the Gamblers. Henderson originally looked like he was going to run it. And then out of seemingly nowhere, throws it to a wide open Kirkland. First down, Gamblers. Already at the 43-yard line. Handoff up the middle. Only a gain of 2 yards. White doesn't get much. Noah Henderson tonight has had 6 completions for 84 yards. No touchdowns and no interceptions. Compared to 2 that he had last week against Dallas. Second at 7. Henderson going deep. Overthrows his receiver. What the heck was that? And there's a flag down. Moreno Cropper, the intended receiver, and they're going to catch a lucky break. Pass interference on the Stallions. That's going to be an automatic first down at the spot of that foul. First down for Houston. Oh, the collision right there. That's where the penalty was thrown. So Lance Boykin of Birmingham called for the PI. Penalty puts them at the 38-yard line. This is going to be a free play. Henderson throws, and it's caught. There's John Trey Kirkland. It was indeed a free play. Offside on the Stallions. First down. Gamblers looking to try to reclaim the lead. 2:53 left in the third quarter, but the biggest difficulty they've had this game is just punching it in when they enter the red zone. First down from the 26. Handoff. White running out of room fast and swarmed up by the Stallions. A gain of only 3. Second down is 7. Quick throw from Henderson. Pass is caught. Gets away from one tackle. Gets away from another. Getting a block. Still going down to the 4-yard line. What an effort. Wow. Justin Hall down to the 4-yard line. First and goal. Gamblers. First and goal from the 5. Handoff up the middle. Trying to get in. He'll be denied. They rule him short at the 1. Second and goal from the 1-yard line. Remember, the tush push is banned. They go with another handoff, wrapped up immediately by the Stallions, but there is a flag down. They try to hand off to try to punch it in. Oh my God! The Stallions had 12 men on defense. Oh, there it is. 12 men on defense. That's going to give the Gamblers a first down. Football came out. The football came out during the snap. Well, it was second down. It's now third down as the officials rule it Houston football. And Henderson all kinds of frustrated as he's now getting assistance to go to the sideline as he may be injured. They're going to try to hand off to White again. But then Henderson just fumbled it. Oh boy, and the new quarterback in for the Gamblers is a brother of Tua, Talia Tagovailoa. I'm not even kidding. That is his name, younger brother of Tua. Currently a quarterback for the Gamblers as Henderson is being evaluated on the sideline. And a timeout taken by the Gamblers as the play clock was winding down to almost nothing. So the Gamblers have to use their first timeout to avoid the delay of game. 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Henderson back out on the field for the Gamblers. Well, looks like Talia Tagovailoa's night won't be, or his night to shine won't be tonight in particular because Henderson's back out there. Or will it be? Nope, Henderson's out there. I was right. All right, so 3rd and goal from the 2. Henderson back out there at quarterback. Jalen White in the backfield gets the handoff, running out of room fast, and he won't get it! The Stallions have done it again! All the red zone stops have been responsible by the Stallions. 4th down as the quarter comes to an end. Yet again, Birmingham denies Houston the end zone. And all Jalen White could do was go backwards. And they will have to go for another field goal when the 4th quarter starts in just a moment. Dear God, the Gamblers can't seem to punt it in. Well, the Stallions continue to stop the Gamblers from getting into the end zone. They were so close. Yet again, they deny them. So Hoyland going for a 24-yard field goal attempt. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is good. And suddenly it's a 2-point game in Houston. So the Houston Gamblers tonight inside the opposing 10-yard line. 0 touchdowns, 2 field goals, and the fumble at the very beginning of the game. They have not been able to punch it in ever since getting inside the opponent's opposing 10-yard line. Hell, the red zone in general has not been nice to them at all. That's where the red zone defense of the Stallions really starts to step up. Well, here comes the kickoff to the Stallions. Here's the return by the Stallions down to the 41 again. First down from the 41. Hand off to McFarland. Down to the 45. Gain of only 4. Brings up a 2nd and 5. From the 46. Corral throws it up. It's intercepted. It's picked up by Johnson, senior number 37, and the Gamblers are back in business. I got to see this again. I'm pretty sure you have to spin around for that interception. Oh, wow. Essentially a 360 interception. Well, there you have it. Gamblers back in business with that interception. They take over from their own 35. Here's Henderson. Pass dropped. White cannot make the catch. Second down for the Gamblers. Henderson fakes the handoff, throws, and it's going to be caught, but only for a gain of 2. It's going to be 3rd and 8. Cam Sutton with the catch, but it's only a gain of 1. 3rd and 9 coming up from the 37. Henderson throws, caught! There's Cam Sutton for the first down. First down now from the 47. Back to the ground, tripped up, and only a gain of 1. Marcus Yarns, minimal gain. Brings up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, another handoff up the middle. Marcus Yarns is not quite going to get the first down, but they should rule him for a gain of 8. He dove forward just short of the first down marker. Again, if I'm right about this, it should be a gain of 8. No, make it 7. It's still 3rd short, though. 3rd down and 2. Five for 10 on 3rd downs in this game. 3rd and 2. Give to White. He will. Will he be denied or won't he? Look to make sure. Still up. He won't be denied. First down. And on that first down, a handoff to White goes down to the 40-yard line. So it is a first down on that carry by White, but then on the ensuing first down, White only goes for a gain of 3. Brings up a 2nd and 7 as Marcus Yarns now is in the backfield with Henderson. Stallions have allowed 159 rushing yards tonight alone. 2nd and 7. Henderson. Incomplete. Pass is dropped. Moreno Cropper, the intended receiver. Now, it falls off his hands. It is a drop. It's now 3rd and 7. From the 40-yard line, 3rd and 7. Henderson over the middle, caught, wide open, and a hurdle. Justin Hall for the first down. Boy, he was wide open and hurdled a man to pick up more yards. Oh, that's a thing of beauty. First down for the 19 as they are in the red zone where they have struggled the whole game. Henderson for the end zone and nobody's there. Flag is down as well. Oh, this might be grounding. If this is grounding on Henderson, this could really halt their momentum. There was literally nobody there. Oh, they got bailed out. Birmingham gets flagged for a defensive hold. And that is going to give the Gamblers a first down. Oh, it's a small hold, but it is enough. So now it is a first down at the 16-yard line. Henderson, wide open. First down, brought down to the 6. Cam Sutton again. But this is where they have struggled. 5 red zone possessions in this game. No touchdown score. They've had 4 field goals and a fumble. Can they turn it around here? First and goal from the 6. Henderson running for it. Pitches in incomplete. He was out of bounds. And now, Cropper getting into it with a Birmingham defender. Boy, that gets de-escalated quickly before any flags get thrown to halt their momentum. Anderson gets rid of it just in time to avoid going backwards. Yeah, even if White had caught it, he was well out of bounds. But better for that to happen than to lose yardage or give it back up. 2nd and goal. Handoff. Wrapped up again. Boy, this has happened so much. Jalen White just cannot get past the Stallions defense whatsoever. Denied again. 3rd down. Wait, that was 3rd down? Okay, apparently we lost count of the downs. So that last play was 3rd down, and they just scored another field goal from 24 yards. NFL Network screwed up on the down counter. It was 4th down. The first down they picked up, that was a 2nd down play. Oh my God. So the first down that I thought they picked up, it was actually the previous first down. The plays were literally 1 down off from each other. Good God. So that last play before the field goal was a 3rd down, and they got denied again. Wow. So yet again, the Gamblers get denied. 5 field goals. No touchdowns whatsoever. However, Houston does have the lead back. Ugh. Apparently, Houston got gifted a 1st and goal now all of a sudden. More than likely, there was a penalty that triggered the first down for Houston, so they have a first and goal at the 3-yard line. Here's Henderson, incomplete. Okay, so yeah, we removed the 2 points, or the 2 points. We removed the 3 points from the field goal. Apparently, there was a penalty that gave the Gamblers a first down. So, Stallions haven't stopped the Gamblers yet. First down, the pass sailed incomplete for Justin Hall. Second and goal. Handoff to White. He's in. Touchdown, Gamblers. They finally do it. A touchdown in the red zone. Jalen White for 3 yards, and the Gamblers are up by 4. Their first red zone touchdown of the night. They finally get one. Wow. It took them damn near the whole game, but they finally do it. Extra point by Hoyland. It's good. The Gamblers now lead at 19-14. Wow. They did it, dude. They actually did it. Wow. They finally do it, dude. That's insane. Just wow. Again, it took them the whole game, but Jalen White finally did not get denied. Boy. Yeah, my guess is more than likely there was a penalty that gave the Gamblers a first down, because when they returned from that last commercial break, the points were erased, and it was all of a sudden first down for Houston. So that's just my guess. It probably was a penalty that gifted them this touchdown. But Houston is leading by 5. And now the Stallions are really in trouble. They have not been able to get anything going since that last touchdown that they scored. What could Birmingham have prepped for this next drive? We will soon find out. Oh, excuse me. All right, here we go. Kickoff coming up to the Stallions. Reminder, the draft will be taking place from Thursday, April 23rd to Saturday the 25th. We will be live for nights 1 and 2 like we always do. Third day of the draft, we will not be streaming for reasons that, for one simple reason, because I work on that Saturday. So, it's a no can do for Saturday. All right. That being said, Gamblers have the lead because a penalty allowed Houston to get a first down, and they capitalized on that opportunity and scored a touchdown as White rushed it into the end zone. Now, Stallions are down by 5 as the kick is away. Return from the 1. Past the 25, down to the 26, 27, 28-yard line. So the Stallions go back to work, now down by 5. Handoff on first down to Snoop Connor. He'll be down to the 30-yard line for a gain of just 2. Second down and 8 with about 6.5 minutes left to go in this game. Second down from the 30. Corral throws, caught. Justin Ross, first down for Birmingham. 6 minutes remain. Now from the 44. Handoff on first down. Connor down to the 47, 48-yard line. Didn't think he was ruled down originally, but I think they're going to mark him down at their own 48. All right, second down coming up for the Stallions. Second and 7 from the 47. Corral over the middle, caught for the first down. Jaden Mickens over the middle, first down Stallions. 5 minutes left. Each team with 2 timeouts left, and they both have their super challenges still intact. First down from the Houston 34. Handoff to Connor. Hit initially, and he'll pick up 3 yards when it looked like he was originally going to lose 2. Brings up a second down. With a 5-point difference, even a 4-point field goal won't make a difference. Needless to say, if they want the lead, they've got to get into the end zone first and foremost. Second and 8 from the 32-yard line. Corral throws, caught for the first down. It's Mickens again. Stallions continue to move the chains as they start to pick up momentum again. 3 rushes, 3 passes, 52 yards. Current drive over 3.5 minutes long. They are now at the 20-yard line of Houston. On first down, give to Connor. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Snoop Connor denied by the Gamblers. Coming up on 3 minutes left in this ball game as that clock continues to tick. But the Stallions do have plenty of time, but they need to get into the end zone if they want to keep this game interesting. And they haven't done that since that last touchdown they scored, I believe, at the end of either at the end of the half or at the beginning of the half. Second down. Pass is caught by Davis. Brought down to the 14-yard line. He's going to be 4 yards shy of it. Brings up third down and 4. And I meant to say the touchdown either at the end of the first half or the beginning of the second half. Either way, though, it has been a while since Birmingham has gotten into the end zone in this game. 3rd and 4 for Birmingham. From the 14-yard line, Corral throws it into the end zone, incomplete as receiver gets interfered with, and the flags are going to fly. They are going to get the Gamblers for PI. And if that's the case, it'll be a 1st and goal from the 1-yard line because this foul would more likely occur in the end zone. Yep, pass interference on the Gamblers. It's going to be 1st and goal for Birmingham at the 1 because it was in the end zone. All of a sudden now Birmingham with a golden opportunity to take their lead back. Here we go. 1st and goal from the 1. They cannot do the tush push here. It is banned. Hand off to McFarland. Trying to push through. No signal yet. Stallions think he's in. And there's a signal. Touchdown, Stallions. One official did make a touchdown signal. Let's see. To me, that looks like it is a score. Right now, they haven't made anything officially yet, so I'll just go ahead and take back the points. Well, they have made it official now. They have made it official, so the touchdown is good. But now Birmingham will be going for 2. Here's the try. Corral throws. It's incomplete for Mickens. The try is a failure. And the Stallions take the lead back, but it is only by 1. A field goal can now win it for the Gamblers. Oh, man, that is a big stop for the Gamblers on that 2-point try. Mickens could not haul it in. It was just thrown out of his reach. And all of a sudden, the Gamblers now in full control of their own destiny. 2:02 remaining. They would have the 2-minute warning if it gets to that point, and 2 timeouts. All they need to do is get into field goal range. So here we go. The kickoff coming up for the Gamblers. I chipped my nail here. Ugh. That's bad. Here we go. Garibay to kick this away. Return from inside the 15. Brought down to the 30-yard line. As Keys the third is pissed off at the fact that he couldn't return it any further than he did. But the Gamblers will have some good field position for themselves as we are now at the 2-minute warning. So this is it. Houston is going to have 2 timeouts, and all they need to do is get into field goal range. Even a 3-point field goal will do it. But the Gamblers in full control of their own destiny for this game. Can they get into field goal range and have an opportunity to secure themselves their first win of the season? Or will the Stallions defense hold and keep Houston winless and keep Birmingham undefeated? We will find out soon enough. I will run to the bathroom. I will be right back. Okay. I'm back before they return from the break. So here we go, folks. This game summary: Matt Corral, 226 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 picks. The Stallions have had receptions by 7 different players. The run game for the Gamblers, 162 yards and a touchdown. And out of 6 red zone possessions, 1 touchdown, 4 field goals, and a fumble. Now it falls in the hands of Nolan Henderson, as Hunter Deckers was benched early in this game. And Henderson has done an amazing job at quarterback right now. But here we go. First down for Houston from their own 30 coming out of the 2-minute warning. Henderson, quick throw. Pass is caught. Room to run and forced out of bounds for a gain of 3. Second down at 6. From the 34. Henderson throws incomplete. Off the chest of Moreno Cropper. 3rd and 6. All of a sudden, the Gamblers are in trouble here. 3rd and 6 from the 34. 1:46 remaining. Henderson dropped. Marcus Yarns drops an easy pass. He was wide open. And it's now 4th down for the Gamblers. Oh, boy. Here we go. Game on the line for the Gamblers. 4th and 6. Henderson in trouble. Flag is down. Henderson pitches in. It's incomplete. Stallions think this is over. There might be a hold on the offense that's going to be declined, and this should be Birmingham ball. Oh, my God. So I was right that there was an offensive hold on the Gamblers. However, there was a horse collar called on Birmingham. Both of the fouls are going to offset, and 4th down will be replayed. As the Gamblers will get another shot at it. So here we go. Once again, game on the line for the Gamblers. 4th and 6 from the 34. They need to convert this to stay alive. 1:38 remaining in the game. Field goal range is a must for Houston. But they need to convert it if they want a chance to get there. Justin Hall now entering the lineup for Houston. This is it. Here we go. 4th and 6. This is your ball game. Henderson looking, running. First down. Down to the 48-yard line. They are not done yet. First down, Houston. They keep it going. And I see a super challenge flag was thrown. The Stallions think there might be a penalty here. Oh, boy. So, the Stallions are using their super challenge because they believe that there is a hold on the Gamblers. Listening into Mike Pereira's review of it, it is looking like the Stallions will win this super challenge, and they will have a holding penalty called on the Gamblers that's going to put them 10 yards back. So Birmingham wins the super challenge, and it's 4th and 16 for Houston. The Stallions win the super challenge. And they are pinned against the wall once again. Gamblers thought they had life. But A.J. McCarron threw the challenge flag, saw that there could have been a potential hold that was missed. And it was the right call for them. So it's now 4th and 16 for Houston. Backed up to their own 24-yard line, 1:23 left. This is your ball game. Henderson over the middle. Caught! But then he fumbled it. But the officials are saying that Rodgers was down. Oh, good God, what's the ruling here? They are taking a look at it right now to see if Rodgers came away with this. The ruling on the field is that the catch was made and Rodgers was down by contact. And the review from Pereira indicates that this ruling will stand. So it's a first down for Houston. They still have life. .116 left, first down Houston from the 47 of the Stallions. Quick throw from Henderson. Caught, but going backwards is White. Oh boy. Loss of 1, 2nd and 11. Henderson throws. Incomplete! It's now 3rd and 11 with 43 seconds left. Now the question is, there might have been pass interference here. But I don't think the Gamblers are going to use their super challenge here. 3rd and 11. Henderson evades the sack. He's going to try to use his legs to pick it up. Not going to get enough, but he will pick up enough yardage to potentially go for a 60-yarder. It's going to be a 4th and 7 as Henderson make it 4th and 6 as he picked up 7 on the scramble. But do they want to take their chances with the 60-yard field goal, or do they just want to go for it straight up? Looks like the offense is staying out there, so they're going for this. 4th and 6, game on the line. Henderson, pressure, throws, incomplete! And the Stallions are going to hang on. Well, hold on a second. Now Houston's using their super challenge because they believe that there was pass interference. Oh my God! And after Pereira's review of that one, that is going to be pass interference on the Stallions. They will call it. First down, Houston. Contact on the back. Enough evidence to interfere. And they continue to hang on for dear life as the Gamblers win their super challenge. Oh, boy. Talk about a nail-biter of an ending. The Gamblers are now in field goal range at the 38-yard line of the Stallions. 30 seconds left. But they want to try to make it. They want to try to pick up more yardage to get closer. Handoff. White still going down to the 32-yard line. Clock continuing to wind down. They more than likely will run it down to about 5 or 6 ticks left, and they'll go for the field goal. As John Hoyland will get ready, as he will get his chance. 5, 4, 3, 2, timeout. The Gamblers use their second timeout with 2 seconds left, and Hoyland will get his chance. So this is it. It all comes down to John Hoyland. Boy, what a nail-biter this game has been in this final 2 minutes. This 2-minute drill has been insane. 3 booth reviews. 3 of them. 2 of them from Super Challenges. But here we go. The official distance on this field goal is 50 yards to give Houston the win on their home opener. And a timeout taken. Birmingham will burn their second timeout. Oh boy. This is gonna come down to the wire, folks. Hoyland's career long has been from 56. All the few Houston fans that are watching in anticipation are waiting and are at the ready. It all comes down to what Hoyland can do. No more delays, no more interruptions. From 50 yards to give Houston the win in a nail-biter at home. The snap, the hold, the kick. It looks good. It is good. Houston wins it at the buzzer. The Gamblers win it. 22-20. Hoyland from 50 yards gives Houston the win. 22-20. What a game. What a nail-biter of an ending. But it is the Gamblers who come away with the victory in a thrilling ending. Hoyland from 50 yards delivers in the clutch. And the Gamblers have won this game 22-20 and give the Stallions their first loss of the year. And the Gamblers will pick up their first win of the season. What a game this turned out to be. Lots of lead changes here at the very end of this fourth quarter, but it is the Gamblers that come away with the victory at home. What a ball game, folks. Oh my God. The Stallions have been involved in 2 nail-biters of games that have come down to the wire. And a hell of an effort for the Stallions, but that 2-minute drill at the end is really what made this ending of this game insane. They went to booth review 3 times. Two times from super challenges, one by each team, and one to confirm that that there was a catch and down by contact as opposed to a potential fumble. But the Gamblers have done it. They improved to 1-1, and the Stallions fall to 1-1. Wow. Insanity. John Hoyland, from 50 yards, he made 5 field goals, responsible for the Gamblers' majority of the scoring. He made 5 field goals in this game, responsible for 15 points, and delivers in the clutch when they needed him the most. Wow. What a game. What an ending. The Houston Gamblers have done it. They have won this ball game 22-20. And with that, folks, that will wrap things up for this stream of the UFL. What a nail-biter of a game. The Gamblers pull off the victory. Oh, man. That was insane. And let that be proof. The UFL can be just as nail-biting as the NFL. Even if you're not a fan of either one of the two teams playing, you can't deny that just the close games like this are what make this league special. But with that, folks, thanks for watching. Thank you for joining me on our 3rd game of Week 2 of the UFL season. We will be back on Tuesday night, not tomorrow, Tuesday night, as we will have the 4th and final game of Week 2. And it could prove to be a good one, potentially as good as this one. As the St. Louis Battlehawks travel to Dallas to face the Renegades. It's a battle in which the last time I watched it, the Battlehawks owned the Renegades. This time around, they are on home turf. Can the Renegades beat the Battlehawks at home? We'll just have to wait until Tuesday to find out. For now, thanks for watching. Hope everybody has had a safe and happy Easter. And I'll see y'all Tuesday. For now, I'm Rose JC signing off, saying thanks for watching. Please have a safe week, and let's meet back here on Tuesday night to wrap up Week 2 of the 2026 UFL season. For now, peace out, everybody. I'll see you Tuesday.